Sorry. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone? And welcome to Passion, Purpose, and Possibilities. Thanks for joining us. Hope you're doing well. Hope your day is going awesome. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm looking out my window over here. Beautiful day in Salt Lake. Supposed to be in the 70s, somewhere in there, I think. It's going to be awesome. So I'd love to see you. If you're on, please post in the chat where you're at, where you're tuning in from, and what you're doing today. So today's episode is brought to you by Kenny Ingersoll TV. I'm going to go to kennyingersolltv.weebly.com. Check it out. I want to give a quick shout out to a really good friend of mine, someone I've known for a while. Mentor in the author book writing space of mine. I want to give a shout out, Brian K. Wright. I just got a couple of his books, Success Profiles, Conversation with High Achievers. Let me see if I can, there we go. Perfect. Yeah. And then the greatest lessons I learned from my dad. Really, really look forward to diving into those. I've read a little bit of them so far. Looking forward to diving into all of them. I would highly recommend going to his website and getting to know him. He's an amazing guy, amazing gentleman. Great content, great books. He has the books. He's got a radio show, and he's got a magazine that he puts out. Really great content. I'd highly recommend reaching out to him. Again, shout out to Brian K. Wright. So, looking forward to today. We've been talking for a while, trying to get this scheduled. Our special guest today is Nichol Bartell. We've been trying to get this scheduled for a little bit, going back and forth on some scheduling things. Looks like we'll maybe having some connectivity issues, so we'll see. Hopefully she's able to get on. Mother, teacher, Miss USA, and I'll reintroduce her so she gets on. Again, it looks like we've been having some connectivity issues. That happens, so we'll just play it by ear. But in the meantime, she messaged me. Hold on one second. Sorry. I'm messaging her on Facebook. Oh, here she is. We will see if we can bring her on. So, mother, Miss USA, school teacher, and I'll let you tell her. We'll bring her on. Nichol, how are you?
Doing great. How are you, Kenny?
I am doing well. Hopefully you can hear me, and I can hear you just fine.
Good. For a while there, I was having a little bit of a connection issues. It kept sending me back to allow to sound. So.
Oh, well, that happens. We just play by ear, so I'm glad you're on.
Yes, I am super glad to be here to talk about our purpose, our planning, and our possibilities. So I am happy about that.
Awesome. So you're a mom, you're a teacher, you're Miss Utah. Tell us a little bit more about yourself.
So I am a wife for 16 years, a mom of 2, and I am the current reigning USOA, which stands for United States of America, Mrs. Magna. I will be competing for Mrs. Utah here in November, and that program is always looking for more contestants. So if anyone's interested, please feel free to reach out. I also am a preschool teacher of Picky Toes Preschool, where I teach ages 2 to 5. We have the opportunity to start learning about service at a young age and how it helps develop compassion as well as problem-solving skills at a young age. And then I am also part of Dottie's Dames Pinups. It's a pinup organization that's been here in Utah for over 10 years. We are the longest standing organization here in Utah. And we take the opportunity to empower women, build confidence, and help the community build, become stronger, and recognize our efforts being done here. So it all really just kind of goes together into one great package.
That is awesome, and you're able to take some of what you're learning and efforts over here and apply them over here, and vice versa. So I love that. So let's jump right in. What made you want to run for Miss Magna and Miss Utah?
So running in the pageant system, the United States of America's Mrs. system, at first, it was just a whim. It was one of the girls I met in a pinup contest reached out to me and said, "Oh, you'd be so great at this. It'd be so much fun to get on stage and do it together." And that was there in 2020, right there during the end of the pandemic, the quarantines, and they're like, "Come do this. We have all the sanctions put together. It'll be fun to get out, do something fun together." And I was like, all right, I just had a baby. I might as well try something new. And I fell in love with it.
That's awesome. And what have you learned through this program about, not only just about the program, but about yourself?
One of the things I've really loved, and why I fell in love with it, is because the United States of America system stands for empower, inspire, and uplift. We inspire each other to continue to be better, do better, because we can. And they support our growth. They want to see us succeed in all aspects, not just getting on stage, not just wearing a fancy dress or standing correctly. The system itself wants to see us be and reach our potential and do what we can because we can. Just like the Rosie Riveter legacy, it says we can do it because we can. We want to do things so well that others want to follow.
I like that. And because you can, that brings up a question that I often ask my guests is, who gave you permission to do that?
Well, we fight for our own permissions. Like I say, it says there, we do things because we can. If I'm capable of helping, if I'm capable of stepping up and doing it, like I said, I want to do it so well that others are inspired or empowered to follow. And we uplift each other. Each action that we do has a ripple effect. And it can lead to other activities. It can lead to other actions. And through the Sprinkled Kind platform and program I have created, we are able to sprinkle kindness wherever we go. And it's not just forgotten. You always notice the sprinkles or the glitter first before you see just the plain or the basic. So that's kind of how I've lived each moment.
That's awesome. But so often we're so ingrained to asking permission or not wanting to go outside what society tells us and whatever. Mm-hmm. So I love it when people realize that they can do it because they can and because they want to. Yeah. You know, and I love that you're able to teach that at such a young age through your preschool, you know, in such a positive manner and not just ingrain in them this, you know, that we're so often is out there. So, how did you get started in teaching preschool?
So before I had kids, I actually started at age 14. I would go be a student TA. So I've been a student TA since I was 14, all through high school, all through college. And now I volunteered even at when I didn't have kids. And as soon as I had my first two kiddos, I was like, all right, I want to teach them. I got this in my mind of how well I'm going to do this. And again, I just acted on my goal and my dream and put it together and started taking on kiddos and students actually there right before the pandemic. But when we reached that quarantine, I figured there had to be another way to keep teaching. And so I went virtual for all of 2020.
That's awesome. That's very cool. And how are you able to teach them that they can start looking at their passions? I know they're very young for that, but help them see that and help them sprinkle kindness, without putting an agenda or instilling an agenda on them.
One of the things I do through my education and through preschool is to install compassion and provide the sprinkled kind. We provide them opportunities to pick and choose. They will be asked, I'll ask them the questions. So what would you like to do? What do you want to go out and do? Who are we going to help today? Do you want to help someone? And if they say no, they don't want to help someone, then they don't have to. I give them the opportunity to choose left and right. And when they do choose, yeah, let's help someone, they get to see, okay, who do we help? What do we want to do? Our current compassion or our current community hero we're observing that month is maybe a teacher or a neighbor, and they're like, let's go to a teacher's house and give her cookies. Okay, let's do it. Your ideas, not mine.
That's awesome. I love that. And we need that more even as adults, because your idea is for you, it's not necessarily for me, and vice versa. But so often we have, or what we think we have, like 6 choices to pick from, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's been manipulated, programmed, whatever you want to call it, unfortunately, even by our own fears, that we don't want to go out of these 6 choices.
Yes.
So
yeah, it's installed in our mindset. It's installed in our mindset that we have, if it's provided the options, this is what I need to do.
Yeah, and many times it's out of our own fear because, I tried going out of here and it didn't work, so I better stay here.
Yes.
Like, no, try again. That was just once or twice. Try 50 times. Yes. Thomas Edison did 2,000 times before he succeeded.
I am actually dealing with a huge mistake I'm dealing with. I actually did some paperwork wrong, and I have not liked it, but I'm still doing it. I haven't said I quit. I'm done. I'm over it. I've said, all right, well, I guess there's something I need to learn from this mistake and figure out what to do, and I'll be better from it. So.
And we so often forget to look for the lesson from those mistakes and use that to grow even more. Instead, we just focus on the failure.
It's hard. It really is. The possibilities are out there. But when you have a failure or when you have a mistake or when you're juggling a situation, recognizing that is so much easier than recognizing the lesson.
Oh, yeah. And unfortunately, everyone and their dog will point it out too.
Because it's easier to see. It's easier. Or else you've gotten so used to seeing the good things happen. Oh, she's a positive person. She's always happy. So we expect her to always be happy. And then when, something happens, now she's sad. Well, I'm going to point that out. I'm going to point that out consistently and say, you're supposed to be this person. Well, guys, we have an array of different emotions. We have a plethora of different attitudes, and we have to acknowledge all of them. Happiness, sadness, anger, and I realize that we are going through all of them, as well as our mistakes, as well as our good things, because you can't have up all the time, and you're not going to have down all the time. You kind of have a roller coaster ride to keep you in balance and help you appreciate the up, to help you get out of the down, you know?
Yeah, yeah. We need to shift from you're down, you're not supposed to be down to hey, you're down. How can I help? I see something off in your life. What can I do to help? Do you need anything?
Right.
I think of Encanto, the newer movie that came out
Yeah.
recently, and I think of Isabella, the one with the flowers, and how she was put in this box of perfect and happy and roses all the time, but she wasn't being her true self until like the very end when she created that cactus. For those that have seen it, when she created that cactus, and then she started, oh, what else can I do? Exploring those possibilities. And that's when she really lived her full potential and started to live her purpose and who she really was. And,
yes.
But so often we're put in this box.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. What I really like about that with all my systems I'm doing with the Dottie's Dames pinups thing, I do the old-fashioned hair, I do the old-fashioned makeup, but they've always said it's with a twist. You don't have to keep it in this box of it has to be 1940s style with a 1940s button up, and you have to have your hair slightly like this. It doesn't fit in that box anymore. It's always a reminder of life can be, you can have an example, you can have a role model, but do it with a twist. Do your things with a twist. Carry forward with your extra on it. Sprinkle it with extra, sprinkle it with kindness, and make it you.
I love that. I love that message. Make it you.
Yes.
Because like for my show, people ask me about likes or comments or things like that. I'm like, it's my show. It's gonna find the messages shared will find the right ears. Making it you will affect the right people at the right time, in the right way. Even if that person affected is yourself. The person in the mirror is the one that needs the most confidence boost and help. Definitely. Most of the time.
What I learned and what I love is a lot of times when we teach something or we're spreading a message or we're sharing information, a lot of the times I've noticed that information that we're sharing or giving or talking about relates closely to that person. They're either going through that, they're working through it, they've been through it, and they want to share it to help themselves, but as well as help others to hopefully overcome it better, because they can.
Absolutely. And having that support system is so big, because it's like pieces of a puzzle. You'll bring your piece, I'll bring my piece. 10 more people bring their pieces, and we'll start to create this puzzle and make a beautiful masterpiece.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're great. You're great. I like it. I was just going to say, because I joined the USOA system, I actually got more involved with my community. I created a bigger support system and allowed myself to get out there.
Oh, that's awesome. And something I've been finding, that you just put a perfect example of, is when you're living your purpose and expressing yourself in that positive manner, you'll find more opportunities to do so. Even if it's on a whim, like you said with that. I want to ask, how are your kids involved, or how do they respond, react? What do they learn from you doing the pageant and the pinup and these groups in the neighborhood?
I hope that they learn that they can do anything they put their mind to. I know we hear a lot of parents say that, and it's like, we are trying to set an example for them. We're trying to pave a way for them to make things easier. But what's really the hardest is stepping back and seeing, okay, what is this that they've learned from this? What is happening? My kids love to now wear anything they want. The other day, my son and daughter, we went to the park. One was in pajamas and the other one was in mismatched Pokemon. And they didn't care. They were happy to go out and be confident and play. They were strong and brave enough to go up and play with kids they've never met before. And I think by being in the community, by being around people, socializing, or showing that there's other options to make things work, that I'm showing them that there's a purpose and there's a possibility. If they have the passion to go out and do something, then they're gonna make it possible.
That's awesome. And I think that's so cool that they can see mom. Well, mom's doing this, so I can do that too.
Yes.
In whatever community, and stuff. So that's really awesome. And I love how you're setting that example to
Thank you.
To go try new things, to go and fail, to go and embarrass yourself, but learn, grow, and try it out. Figure out what you like, what you don't like, all those things. There's times that even on my show here, I embarrass myself all the time, or I'll mess up, or internet will go down, or who knows what. So go for it.
Yes. Keep doing it. Keep trying new things. Keep trying things until you find if you love it or don't love it, and grow from it.
Yeah, and then you'll find how to make it your own. Like, for example, with the clothes and the hairdo you're talking about in the 40s and stuff. We're going on a cruise in a couple of months.
Oh,
and
fun.
for formal night, we're going to dress up like they did in My Fair Lady. Like
I love it.
20s and 30s.
Yeah.
And then, we're just going to have a ball.
Oh, it sounds so much fun.
We'll probably be embarrassed or get a lot of looks or weird looks and laughs or who knows what, but we're going to have fun with it. It'll be a new experience for us, and it's going to be great.
That would be fantastic. I say own it. Just totally rock that outfit. I will look forward to seeing pictures.
So, oh yeah, you'll hear about it on here, I'm sure. So.
Well, good. It's so much fun to dress up, and I think so. It's a lot of fun to try the different styles and see the different cultures. It's really fun and amazing to create that unity of everything. So
yeah, and it's going to put us out of our comfort zone for sure. But that'll be a good thing because we could say we've done it. Even if we never do it again, we burn the clothes when we're done, but we got out of our comfort zone. That's an experience we could say we did. And maybe we'll meet some people that we would never met and build a lifelong relationship because of it or from it, or who knows what's going to come out of it. But if we never took that chance and never embarrassed ourselves, then we'd never know.
Well, you'd be surprised how unembarrassing it is. A lot of people will think it's amazing and will ask you, oh, who are you dressed up for? Or what are you being? So.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Good.
We're searching Amazon and stuff for the right clothes. I want this look and with this look, and I want this and I want the whole thing, and
yeah.
So, and for me, more importantly, one of the biggest things is gonna show my son to try things too. Another example, another experience for him as well, and that's one of the bigger reasons why I'm doing it.
To set an example. I love it. We really, as adults, we never realize who's watching us and never realize what example we're always setting. So I think by doing things ourselves and continuing to push ourselves out of our comfort zone, we continue to grow, but we also continue to pave that path for others to keep making it their own and keep sprinkling that kindness.
Yeah. And even if we don't see any of the results today or tomorrow, who knows what it's going to impact or affect in 50 or 100 years.
Right.
I was talking to some people on a coaching call I was on.
Okay.
And what would the coaching space and the mindset space be like if Napoleon Hill didn't write Think and Grow Rich? If he thought it was too embarrassing, or if he gave in to who am I to do that, or if Thomas Edison didn't do the light bulb.
Yeah.
I'm sure Edison did not envision what the light bulb does today.
Oh no, yeah. It's all that what if. Have you heard the story of the what if monster?
It's been a while, yeah. In a version I hear it every day.
Yeah. Well, there's a cute little book called the what if monster, and it tells you, it's this cute little kid who goes over about how, like, what if I fall? What if I fail? What if I make a mistake? And the what if monster just keeps getting bigger and bigger and following him around and making him feel heavier and heavier. But then the narrative starts to change in regards to, but what if I succeed? What if I make a friend? What if I get higher than I've ever been before if I climb this tree? Like, it starts taking a look at the other side and leads to a success that you never would have dreamed of.
I love it. And there's a quote, I'm going to paraphrase, it kind of ties in with that. When it comes to change and stuff, if you don't think 1% or 1 degree makes a difference, ask a pilot.
Yeah.
But just those little tweaks, that what if I fail versus what if I succeed, in 2 days and 2 weeks, it's huge.
Yeah.
It's night and day, even that quick.
Right.
What if I didn't read that book? What if I didn't ask that question? What if I do ask that? What if I get embarrassed? Oh well, I still learn. What if this happens? Then I learn from that. So I love that message that you're sharing through several different channels and platforms. I love how you're sharing
it's for all ages. It's for all ages. Each area is for a different section of aging. So.
And every age needs it in the respective amount and application. Every age needs it. I've been teaching my son since he was 2.
Oh, cool.
To look at these different possibilities, and do you want to try this? Well, what if we try this and stuff, and just not so that his mind doesn't do this. I want his mind to be wide open.
Yes, remove the blinders. Remove the
blinders. So I love that. If you were to give 2 pieces of advice, what would they be?
Share your story. One of the biggest things and the biggest opportunities you have to help set an impact is to share your story. Whether you're 1 to 100, your story will impact at least one person, and it could be more. So don't ever give up on sharing what you have to say and what you've accomplished, what you've done, or what you're going through, because your story matters. And while you're sharing your story, don't forget that you also have people out here who are here to help you and support you. That support and that community will help make your story even stronger and help you feel stronger. And all we want to see is for each other to grow, find our passion, deliver our purpose, and share the possibilities.
I love that. And as you said, people are out there to help you. We're right here. You can reach out to either one of us. We can connect you with other people. There's lots of people that can help you share your story.
Yes.
In whatever manner of help you may need. It could be as simple as getting a ride to the library.
Definitely.
And don't be embarrassed to ask, or afraid to ask, or scared to ask. Please, would rather you ask, reach out. So thank you for sharing that. Where can people find you?
So I have a few different platforms. You can follow me the easiest on my Instagram or Facebook. For me personally, it's Nichol Bartell on Instagram and on Facebook. You can find anything in regards to my preschool at Peggy Toes Preschool. They're on Facebook. And then you are welcome to follow my USOA, Mrs. Magna. So there's my three main platforms on Instagram and Facebook.
Awesome. So please feel free to reach out to her. It's a great resource to many things. And Nichol, thank you for taking the time to be on here. I'm glad the internet was able to finally get established and everything. I love talking to you, and everyone tuning in. Thank you for taking the time to be here, and go live your passion, fulfill your purpose, and explore those possibilities.